I don't remember why we came here
guards,
either.
I take it.
None manning the gates.
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember.
a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The aether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls?
So it's just going to be in here somewhere.
Enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
God, that attack is crazy strong. Speaking of which... Oh. I'm going to use some of my
So this place was
ability
no ordinary
points.
prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
I almost teleported out of here. Oh, I'd have been mad at myself. Holy smokes. Again, this is a place we did not come through. I was more interested in the fact that kids can go back as a fifth-year senior, but are actually on college campuses taking college courses. They are still considered high school students, but the classes are completely paid for by the state. Allows them to get an associate's as long as they did dual enrollment their junior and senior years for free. Wow, okay, that's not so bad. That sounds alright. We just have to get to the middle. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. Do it. Nothing is free. Speaking of that, my student loans are coming up due here again in October. Not thrilled about that.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
And then we got Charlie starting daycare next month. Also not pumped about that. I'm just like, oh wait. The last 3 months of having Kate home, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's money that's gonna have to happen again. Timmy is wealthy and has a mansion, ask him for help. I guess we'll go back down. Apparently I shouldn't have come up here. Or I'll keep going up. Just kidding. Just kidding. Those are impenetrable barrels. I had have done that in a dumb spot. Well, maybe not. Love it.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Yeah, no, I've come to terms with it. I will just make it the very last thing that I choose to pay off. As I pay things off. It'll just happen.
They were feeding bearers to it.
And hopefully between then and now they
This
just
is even
cancel.
worse than I'd feared. Nothing but Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
I already went upstairs. Oh, I think maybe I wasn't paying attention. I think now that I think about it, I think the conversation was you check the down here. Maybe I'm making that up too. I don't know. Who knows? Who could say for sure?
No lockdown.
Oh, did I just talk to her too early? Didn't I just have a conversation with her?
I did find out that this place was
Blew it.
more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even, and those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Sounds like an S-ranked hunt.
And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't
Told
say
you.
that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
It still takes me a second to pronounce that spelling for jail. G-A-O-L. What does Gale mean? And then I'm like, oh! That's how these weirdos are spelling jail. I need to go down. What am I doing? It worked.
Let's see what we can find down here.
You couldn't just push the door open in the same motion? Well, at least that gate was nice and quiet. Amber. When we do get back, I do think we're going to be able to craft some stuff. Hello.
Survivor. And she sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them.
Yes, definitely.
Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Oh, good. Clearly he didn't kill the monster.
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
Okay. Cool front coming. Was he gonna get down to like 98, 99?
You're safe now.
Cool 98.
We won't let it hurt you.
We actually had.
For me.
Probably
can't
one
let
of
it
the
live.
best nights of rain
Not if it's got a taste for
that we've
berries.
had in a couple of years. Like, it poured all night. Oh, it was fantastic. I literally heard my grass slurping up the water. All right. Who wants to fight Behemoth? Although it's supposed to get back up into the upper 90s. It's only like 60 degrees outside right now, which is glorious. But it's supposed to get back up into the 90s in the next couple of days. Which I don't know why I'm telling you that, because it's like 100,000 degrees there, so you're like, oh, it sounds awful, I'd kill for it. The Kuza Beast. Hey, this is a hunt. I wonder if this is my last hunt. Well, it's not true. It's not my last hunt. I just mean my last hunt that hasn't populated on the hunt board yet. Stop hitting me. It is our second behemoth. Listen, my grass is thirsty. That's what it sounds like when it drinks water. Try not to die. Well done. Really, really well timed. Not going well. Not going well. Go do it. There we go. Golly gee whiz. Almost got the first stagger. Not like that, idiot. Okay, there we go. That should have counted as a dodge. I am angry about it. Okay, we've almost got him. We might not even need the next stagger. Oh, Chris. That jump. Boom. How come I never use my limit break? I forget about it. Who needs it? Come on. Limit break's easy mode. Don't need it. Come on. That's ridiculous.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
Has anybody beaten this game not using any abilities yet?
I'm fine.
Just using attacks and magic exclusively? I didn't say anything about potions. I need potions. I just don't need limit breaks.
No.
What is it?
diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here.
I know they do. I just forget to use it.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is
I use
safe
them
thanks to him.
sometimes. I'll use them in some boss fights where I'm like,
Chadwick, you fool.
I'll think of it when I'm out of potions.
We have
So
to
I don't
get
forget
back
about
to
it
Bradley.
entirely.
We don't want his
Oh, I
sacrifice
won't
to
beat
have
this
been
today,
in
Timmy.
vain.
No,
No,
not even close.
of course not.
I'm trying to set myself up to beat it on Wednesday. That's why I'm trying to knock out these
I'll
side
see
quests.
that
I'm going to be
she's
live a
left
little
us
bit
from
later
now
than
on.
usual. I'm going to go for another 45 minutes or
It's
so,
the least I can do.
just to try to get myself ready to finish it on Wednesday. I don't know how long the actual end game is. Safer to save potions than use your limit break? Yeah. Yeah, that would be safer, but that's not, that's just not how that's not how my brain's working. Don't end until you finish, so maybe we can do 40 hours. I have to go be a father.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely.
I get a bark. The limit break is useful.
Tougher than
I
she
understand.
Thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't,
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
there's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles.
Even Clive has poor lip
and the
syncing.
Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done.
I haven't really been paying
For
attention.
Chadwick.
I've noticed it every once in a while NPCs,
for
and I'm
all
like,
of us.
whatever. But even Clive's is off
you, Doris.
by a bit.
We'll be counting on you.
Quest. Love to see it. Is he gonna keep me at the hideaway? It would make sense. Yeah. A new missive? Okay. Hold on. I'm not done at Ash yet. I don't want to be back here until I'm good and ready to be back here. We got one more thing to clear up here in Ice. No, that's not true. We've also got hunts to do here. Oh, actually, there's a hunt here too. Okay, yeah, we'll get this stuff out of the way. Then we'll do our 3 hunts. 4 hunts. Some number of hunts. Huh. Awkward. Okay. So this is the Duty Undying quest. I am kicking myself? I got some potions. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Maybe not so much for the pandemonium fight, but we'll see. So we should be able to. So we're gonna be able to open this locked door now. That has been bothering me for a while. You want to fight? I don't know why I didn't ride my chocobo, but we're almost here now.
Might this be Nickelberg?
Oh. Bunch of people here. I thought everybody on this continent was basically turned to Akashic.
The village seems safe enough at least.
It was kept up by that wooden door? Or they're all bears. That makes more sense.
What is going on here?
Ah, did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this...
It sounds like it, Bark.
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
These people make me
At least
nervous.
the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Let's get our loots done first. Gotta be some goodies around here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that wasn't that great. Zoom in. Alright, pretty straight shot, actually. Not much for offsetting paths, or off paths that jet up. I don't know what word I was trying to find. Off-shooting paths, maybe? Maybe that's what it was? One item in the whole village. Urgh. How did you get in here? How did you get in this house before I got in this house? Diverging paths. There we go. That's the
Excuse me.
word.
Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill.
much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith.
I'm about to be saved.
But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter.
Not off to a good start, third
I've seen
chair.
them at their prayers. Have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
Okay. This doesn't really, I mean, I don't know. To me, that just seems like it doesn't really line up with everything we've learned about the Undying. That this guy, I don't know, doing anything of your own free will seems like it's not really in the cards. An ether flood.
An ether flood.
Oh no.
Oh, no. There must be something I can do.
Why are you screaming? This is what you wanted. Wait.
Echoes as well.
Oh, like, you guys aren't ether things.
Ready, brother? Ready. What now?
Oh. If it brings up a big bad, I hope that it at least gives me all of my abilities back. Yes. Please.
We meet again.
I thought he looked familiar. Titus.
Kind of.
Oh, it didn't give me my abilities back. Okay. I do remember this guy from not so long ago. He was not too bad. As he slices me in half. Close. Come on. Dang it. I thought that was going to be enough to stagger him. This feels like new high score. It is, I think. I don't think we've had one that high. I don't know what escape fire does. Oh, it does that. Wow, I'm like to stop blowing up. I held it a little too long. No, don't get blown up again.
Useful.
Good. He didn't have a like a hunt thing, I think. I think he was just a boss. He was just identified as a boss. Oh my god, it's just one.
Damn it.
Oh. Third chair, we hardly knew ye.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
He's gonna die.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord.
That one was already Akashic. Do you see that?
When the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in, a duty to serve, was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become Akashic in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Now we have to kill him, don't we? Aren't they going to attack? Are not all Akashic just... Okay. Well, I guess it's a matter of perspective. Oh, at least it brought me back here.
They are saved. Found that. I should get this report to Cyril.
Which I will do right. And then I think all we have left are quests to hand in and hunts to finish up. We'll go back and hand in our quests, upgrade all of our stuff.
Welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
See what time it is.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an aether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be.
Misguided.
Only that the decision is
Talking to
one's
me.
own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them. We protect them. And yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house.
We have no.
It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Or, I told you his
Of
name.
course.
Third chair.
I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Okay. Duty Undying too? Oh, okay. We'll, Play our signboard, another Orichalcum. Now we definitely can make our sword, and maybe even one of the, Ouroboros pieces of armor. Pretty excited about that. But first, ability points. And they opened up my mind. Collect 6 signboards. I did it. 6,000. That's not what it just said. Okay, we're gonna get Earth and Fury. Upgrade it. And we're gonna equip it, but what else do we have going on here? I forgot what I'm using. What is this? Not using that one. I'm using this one. Yes. Ah, shoot. That was the one I was saving up for. Ah, well. That's fine. All right, and then I think I'm going to take this off and put on. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Hold on. Oh, these are so useful. Can I respec? I probably could, but that seems like a lot of work to go back and do again. Let's do this. Let's go upheaval. Nope, not what I wanted. Wait, can I do upheaval there? Yeah, okay. And then here we go. So I've got, because I'm finding Odin to be awesome. Not Odin. This is Titan. I've played this game. I think we're gonna do it this way. That way, I've got my upheaval. I've got my Odin attack. I think I'm good. I'm good with this. Oh yeah, well, Jack, sorry. Not only are you gonna have to learn to wait, you're gonna have to learn to wait for a long time. Okay. So let's go back to the hideaway, hand in a bunch of stuff, upgrade our gear, go do some hunting.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows
My
where
water's
to find
gone.
snow daisies.
And making me sad.
It was no trouble.
Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
I will check, Bark, if you want me to check if you can respect points. In case you're just curious as well.
Crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword.
Is that Ember just hanging out there too, by the way?
Ember gave me's a dream to work with.
It is.
What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
Alright.
What do you think?
It's kind of cool.
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Where is stuff? Kind of awkwardly all over the place. Let's go up here first. I'm gonna wait to do...
Say what you...
We have renown stuff? Not yet. We might have renown stuff actually after we hand this stuff in. We have to get to 2850, I think, for what I think is the last renown reward. Unless there's more to that populate, but usually it shows a couple in advance with question marks on them. I just have one there right now. But that might give me something to help with the
What brings you
crafting.
down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start.
Wrong.
There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Isn't that... Well, hold on. That's where we went.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northridge.
No, she
Well, if
didn't.
that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilafeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
She told me to go to the place that I just went where they're dead. And then she said something different, and she didn't. What in the hell? Weird. I found a bug. Probably a lot of people have found that bug. I'm assuming it can't be that difficult of one to find. You just do what the game tells you to do. All the way up.
Do you think Sid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may, the bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived.
There were 4 at the bottom of that
All their names are here.
book that didn't have
Once we
their
lost
outcomes.
My friends. My light in those dark times.
Hopefully they're okay.
I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you, Sid. I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost...
Sounds like a fun read.
I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Okay, now we're still a ways away from our next renown reward.
Has it at all mentioned?
No, Timmy. Not funny.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you.
They just had no interest in animating her belly.
Something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. what it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful.
Do you think Gav's little strap and then like cutout is there specifically to show off what necklace he's wearing?
Hideaway, your new family, like.
It's well framed.
It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby, to let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Quest complete?
Oh. Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
They're rubbing it in and my water's gone. Jerks. I got a little bit. You're a bad person, Bark. You're a bad person.
You think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating.
I'll go to be a father. Oh my god, is that what he said?
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day, my mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over.
That makes me one who grants opportunities to bad people. You're blowing it.
I thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls.
Yeah, Gav is thirsty. That is true.
Be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Mr. Noodleman.
You finished?
Welcome in. Hi.
Maybe.
This was your first Final Fantasy game. Ooh. Has it convinced you to dive into any other ones?
Do you know why?
I'm a massive... I've been playing Final Fantasy for 35 years. I think that math checks out. My first... No, that's not true. I've been playing Final Fantasy for about 30 years.
Your
So
courage,
I'm very invested.
determination. I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like...
Are you playing the original 7 or are you playing the remake?
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions. Stronger for everyone.
Okay.
And let's not forget Rosalith.
Well, that's awesome.
Who freed me from the dungeon.
I've enjoyed my time with this a lot. I have.
Jill's rescue.
We're knocking on the door of the ending, as I'm sure you're aware. But it's been good.
Our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
What do you think of? Have you finished 7 and 15 then, or are you working on them, or what's your status with those? Still chatting.
I may have had one too many.
Maybe we shouldn't put you close to an edge.
You may have had 10 too many.
Seems like a bad spot for you.
I said I was thirsty.
Ah, another good game.
Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
So you haven't actually started 7 and 15 quite yet. Wintermead, out of curiosity. Okay. Oh man, this took a little longer than I was anticipating. Let's go talk to Vivian, and this will probably be the last conversation that I can have today. I told Kate I'd be done at 4:30, and not that she would probably be offended if I went late, but
Vivian.
Got chitlins to take care of.
The book.
Oopsies, sorry. This will probably be a 10-minute conversation now, too. And I'll be late anyways.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I fear the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief.
You see that? It's a ghost.
If enough people
See that?
believe a lie,
I saw a ghost.
that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm
Sounds like it.
trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse.
So after this, I think we've got one side quest left and 3
my
hunts.
journey to the truth might be a lonely one. What I found at my destination
And then the end of the game.
would be more than worth the cost.
Probably. Maybe.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended.
Goodbye.
The more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here.
Is that
Remember,
ever in
Clive,
question?
when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Okay. Cool. All right. With that being said, I will go ahead and get a raid started here.